Hi there! This video series is to display my problem-solving and learning abilities. I plan to show that I can quickly solve any programming problem, regardless of whether I already have expertise in a particular language. I hope this helps others in my field to learn not just how to solve one problem, but how to teach themselves a solution to an unfamiliar problem. For now, I am learning Python. I have no professional experience or formal training in the language, and have only been learning it since mid-January. While I'm picking it up fairly quickly, I cannot claim any real expertise. Today, I'm showing my approach to solving the 16th Project Euler problem, talking through my thought process as we go. As always, I will link to both Project Euler and my repository in the description. Let's dive in. Let's see, so power digit sum, problem 16. 2 to the 15th equals blah, and then the subject of its digits is all of that. What is the sum of the digits of the number 2 to the 1000th? I confess that I did read this, and part of why I'm recording it is I think this one might be a quick one. Let's find out. Alright, so I inadvertently did not commit my code for problem 15 yet, but I'll just commit both later. As always, do our traditional yoink. We did not copy over the actual problem. There we go. It is a 1000. Now, okay, if I remember correctly, there's an easy and quick way to calculate this number, and again, because Python lets you cheat with large numbers, we can just do that and then convert it to a string and then make that string an array, and we could almost do this one line. I'm not going to do it that way because I'll get confused. But let's see. Number equals 2 star star 1. Oop. Actually, let's make it a little bit more. Let's start with 15 so that we can know we get our right answer. I kind of wish that this was a little bit more readable. Okay. Okay, cool. We did it. Go back here. Okay, so if I remember correctly, that's how we calculate 2 to the limit. And then what we can do is we can say digits is equal to I believe it's just star. And that should, if I remember correctly, give me an array of all of the different digits. It'll be as strings, but that's okay. because actually this is silly. For num in let's extract this to a variable just in case that's why it's screaming. Okay, so and then sum equals okay, so obviously I am doing this in a way that's like ludicrous. This would never work in a language that was not Python. But part of learning a language is learning how to do things in it that you can't do in other languages. Okay, so I got 26, which is in fact the correct answer. And we literally could make it so I could inline this here, and then I could inline this into it. Apparently I can't inline this part, but I could inline this part. I could make this like a 3-line program. I personally don't like doing that. Print sum of because when you get to I think I see what I was doing wrong a couple minutes ago. When you see code that looks like this, it's hard to read. At least for me, and I think for most people, unless they're used to working in this and in this sort of fashion and use this every day. But obviously this is a small program, and I can do it in literally 1 line. Let's double check myself there. Okay, so maybe not quite 1 line. Int object is not callable. Okay. Well, we'll just ignore that then. We'll keep our little higher clarity version. But for the real test, limit is equal to 1000. 1366. That seems very low, frankly. But let's see if it is correct, because that's what I'm interested in. Yep. Okay, so that was very, very quick. And again, this is probably not the way they expect you to solve this problem. You're probably supposed to do some more formulaic math, but because I'm working in Python, this works. It works in such a short amount of time that the timestamp didn't even change. So, like a millisecond, I guess, is what that means. I'd call that a success. So again, like, I don't think I really explained what I did. So all I did is I said, okay, we're looking for 2 to the power of whatever. Set the limit so that I could change from a 15 to 1000 easily. Made an integer that was just 2 to the power of that limit. Then this is called a list comprehension, and this is is unpacking. So what I did is I cast that integer, that number, to a string, and then I unpacked that string, which means it'll become an array of one character strings. So in this case, that translates nicely into individual digits. And then because can't add strings in the same way, I'm here using another list comprehension to turn those strings back into numbers, like actual integers. They are numbers. Python doesn't know that. And then I'm just calling the sum method on those digits. I do want to inline this variable in particular, which is a built-in Python method. I'm not even importing a library other than the datetime, which is completely unnecessary for the problem. Just helps me know for sure how long my program took to run. So yeah, Python lets you do this because Python's limitation on the length of an integer is how big's your memory. How much space do you have in memory? But just for the sake of the curiosity of it, let's see. Oh, there is no little document here, so it kind of looks like there's no expected solution. That's also true for the next several problems. That's interesting. We're actually starting to get into the realm of problems that not over 20,000 people have solved. So yeah, that's it for that one. I'll see you next time.